What are friends for? Part 2. The zombies and the humans were having a gory, gruesome battle for the fate of the planet. They were using chainsaws, pitchforks, and whatever else they could find as weapons. Struggling to keep his eyes open, Ty tossed aside the most recent issue of Howie's favorite comic, Brain-Eating Zombies from Planet Q, and went back to the pile. Ty didn't really like Howie's comic books, but wanted to pass the time somehow. I had to pass the time because both Howie and Chance were off doing something stupid. Priority 1 missions, Howie had proudly called them. Howie's mission was to go into Ty's older sister Lizzie's bedroom and find her diary, since she was away for the weekend. Chance, on the other hand, was to go up to the attic and fetch the old wedding dress that no one was supposed to touch. Whoever got back to Ty's room first with their prize would win. The loser would never come over to a sleepover again. And so Ty had to endure sitting all alone. He yawned and kept picking through Howie's comic book mountain. The only break in the silence was when Chance had poked his head in the door to ask which way the attic was. Howie fumbled through the dark room, trying not to make too much noise. After all, Ty's parents were in the room just down the hall. Who knew what they would do if they found him sneaking around Lizzie's room? He even chewed his bubblegum quietly. Stupid Chance, he thought, unwrapping a fresh piece and angrily shoving it in his mouth. Ruining my sleepovers. This'll teach him. Chance tripped up the last stair and nearly collided with the attic door. It had chipping paint and was caked with dust. Just the sort of thing Howie would say I was too scared to open, Chance thought to himself. Ever since I moved here, it's been, Chance, you can't do this, or Chance can't do that. He swore to himself that he would win and never let Howie wreck another sleepover again. How many drawers can one dresser have? Howie whispered to himself. He knew Lizzie had a lot of clothes and things, but this dresser was like the Great Wall of China. He felt ready to quit, but then he remembered how great things had been with Ty up until Chance had arrived. Howie gritted his teeth and pulled open the next drawer, and then he saw a small blue book with the name Lizzie Walker written across the front. Chance had never seen, smelled, or tasted so much dust before in his entire life. As soon as he'd opened up the attic door and stepped inside, the dust swallowed him whole. Struggling to see, he made his way over to the furthest corner to a box with so much dust on it he couldn't read the label. He squinted to see what the box said. He peered closer, trying not to cough, and then he saw it. Wedding day. Howie couldn't help but grin. He'd done it. Lizzie's diary was his. Chance would never spend another weekend stealing his best friend. Howie celebrated by taking a bag of fruit snacks out of his pocket. He even considered letting Chance have one as a consolation prize. Chance, you're a good loser, he would say. You gave a really good try, misfit. Howie sighed, content at being the winner, when suddenly he heard footsteps he was sure were coming his way. Chance staggered around the attic, trying to wipe the dust from his eyes. He'd found the wedding dress wrapped in plastic and folded it up. He couldn't help but be happy with himself. I've finally got you, Howie, he would say. I don't need your candy or your comics because I'm going to a sleepover at Ty's. Suddenly, he thought he heard a loud thump below, which snapped him out of his daydream.